You're watching Studio J, the best of Jefferson Middle School multimedia from Jefferson Middle School of the Fort Wayne Community Schools. We'll start off tonight's show with an amazing photo project from Josh and Mason entitled December. We started our 6th graders off this semester with a theme video, and the purpose of this movie is simple. Show us a character who's experiencing an emotion and make us understand why they feel that way. So from 3rd hour, from Colton, Dalton, Ember, and Sarah, this is Fear.
All right, buddy, I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Hey, buddy, I'm home.
Hi, Mom.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Let's move from fear into loneliness as a girl misses her family on her last day on Earth. This is a great theme video from Alexis and Giselle in 3rd Hour Media at Jefferson Middle School. Another take on a theme video, show us something you like and show us what is so great about it. From Chris and Chris in Third Hour, here's Dirt Bike. Cameron and Rosemary from Second Hour produced one of the best audiobooks of the year when they decided to look at racism in America, starting all the way from the beginning of our country to what we know today. This is 5 cents too much.
5 cents too much. Aisha walks to the store uncomfortable. Everywhere she goes, it seems like there's a worker that just so happens to be around the corner stocking shelves, when in fact, she knows they are following her. As a minority in 1965, a year after the Civil Rights Act was passed, this is not what she expected. All she wanted was to get the partner of milk her mom sent her down for. She wanders down and sees the milk. She can feel everyone's eyes are on her.
Can I help you find something, little miss?
No. I see what I've been looking for. Thanks, she says quickly, trying not to bring any more attention upon herself.
Alright, don't go causing any trouble in this fine establishment.
He replies back and begins to walk to the next aisle over. There are 4 other people in the same aisle as her, and she happens to notice that he does not approach them, who of course are white. She sifts through her pocket and grabs the change her mom gave her. There's a total of $1. She got lucky. Nothing would have been more embarrassing than not to be able to afford the milk and having to walk out the store empty-handed. She grabs a carton of milk and starts walking to the cash register, and can't help but overhear a man joke to a woman. Can she even afford that? Snickers begin to erupt, and Aisha glances over at them, shaking her head in disgust. She's angry, offended, and annoyed that she can't really do anything about it, especially since it's a primarily white store owned by white folks. Aisha carries on about her simple task of getting the milk and walking to the cash register. The cashier greets Aisha with a big, comforting smile. She smiles back while reading his name tag, which reads, "Hi, my name is Philip." He rings up the milk and the total comes to 95 cents, which was expected.
95 cents, please.
Aisha hands him the change.
Don't listen to what the people over there are saying. Makes no sense why people are still so racist and prejudiced these days.
Thanks, that means a lot to me. I feel like I was so inferior to him just because I am black, Aisha says while grabbing the milk carton. Aisha walks out the store with her head held high. She is no longer angry. That's past her. One day this will all change. No more racism, she thinks to herself. Sadly, this is not true today in 2017. We still have racism living today. There are protests and rallies being held to this day because of it.
We have another theme video, this one from Corbin, in third hour, The Nothing. What is up, Jefferson Multimedia? If you've taken this class before, you've heard me say never film next to a window. Here is why. Notice we can only see the sunlight coming in from the outside of the house. That's kind of bad. If you move away from the window, zoom out and pan left, you'll see a lot more of the room. But if you go back to that window again or move the camera in any way, guess what's going to happen? Yeah, it's going to get all dark and scary. Remember, the camera is like the moth bashing its head against your front porch light. It's looking for the brightest thing it can find, and when it does, it will shut everything else out. So stay away from that window. Here's me at that same window. The shot's tighter, so it doesn't look bad. It just seems so sad and depressing. I don't know what's wrong. Wait, I'm not sad. No, I'm mad. That stupid groundhog is back in our garden again. Hey, excuse me for a minute. Who's this guy? It's your teacher. But the high gloss paint is leaving a big glare on the wall. A worse place is on your glasses. So if you see glare, move the camera or move the light so it's not there anymore, yo. A black background makes you pop out and stand out really well, but take that camera and flip it around 180 degrees and it's not quite as good. I'll be a little bit more washed out, and the more I move towards the overhead light, the redder my face gets. So don't film in front of a window or you look like this. I can't see my face at all. And don't stand next to a wall because you'll get wicked shadow when you do. When you're filming, make sure that viewfinder is at the right angle so you can see your subject. Boom! There's the guy. And if you'd like to use a light to brighten things up, I just put a lamp on a chair, stick it right next to the camera so we can see our person. Like my daughter, she's reading a book. This is straight room light. But if I add a little bit of brightness from the lamp, it'll brighten her up just a little bit. Here is the first notch. And then I think after a couple seconds, I turn it up to notch 2 because it's one of those 3-way bulbs, right? You can kind of mess around with it. And then the third time, I brighten it up all the way. I think I like the first notch best. You want to know if your lighting is good? Look at your view screen while you film. If it looks too dark, it is too dark. Turn on a light or move closer to that light. Point number 2, look at the view screen. If it looks too bright, the shot is too bright. Move the light or the camera until it looks good. If you're filming indoors, look at the view screen. You want even lighting on all of your people. And if you're filming outdoors, look at the view screen. Direct sunlight is too bright, usually makes people squint, and cloudy days and early evenings are the best time to film. Remember to follow these guidelines, but don't let a lack of perfection keep you from making a movie. I really like this shot, and let me tell you why. First of all, it's a close-up. I'm in the rule of thirds. I'm not quite in the middle of the screen. I'm a little bit off to the side. If you're doing a stand-up news or interview piece, this would be a great place to film it. My concerns are audio. You hear that thunder in the background? I don't know if you do, but I do. And also, we live right next to the highway. So there are 2 ways to cover up those weird background sounds. Number 1, you could use background music and hope that that takes the focus away from that. Or there's an editing trick where you can fix it. I'd like to show you how to do that too. And then I think we're done, because it's gonna rain. Wow, who's this weird guy? You know who it is. If you want to shut out that background noise, go down, click on the video file until it turns yellow, and then go up, hi there, to this thing that looks like an equalizer. And click on Reduce Background Noise. You can slide this around and maybe cut out that background noise, but it does weird things. So listen to it and make sure it sounds good. If that doesn't work, just stick that background music in there and it will be the best it can be. So let's get to this, Jefferson. Let's make a movie. Study this handout. We'll quiz tomorrow, and very soon we'll put some hands and feet on it, and we will make movies of our own. That's it. Ciao. Are you hungry? You will be after you watch this cooking show. From 6th Hour, this one is produced by Jermaine, Dom, and Ty. This is garlic parmesan tortellini.
Italian food is amazing, and I mean like the best. Today I'll teach you how to make one of my favorites, garlic parmesan tortellini. The ingredients we'll need today are parmesan, minced garlic, tortellini, flour, milk, and heavy cream. Rip the package of frozen tortellini, open, and put it in a boiling pot of water, setting a timer according to the package directions. Take some butter and put it in the sauté pan, and add some garlic. Cook it for about half a minute. Add flour and cook for about 2 minutes until it turns a golden color. Now add heavy cream and stir for about 2 minutes. Add milk and stir constantly. Now add half a cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Take the tortellini from the strainer and add it in the sauce mixture. Then stir constantly for about 2 minutes. Now that's how you make garlic parmesan tortellini. Enjoy eating a beloved dish.
One group of ladies did something really smart for their theme video. They planned it out from start to finish, and then each person filmed their own version of the movie. The only thing they changed is the activity they do at the end. If you watch these next 3 videos, you'll see they're all the same until the last few shots. So here are 3 projects for you: Just Run, Going to the Park, and Gymnastics in the Park. Media is a really unique class at Jefferson Middle School. We're always looking for people who can tell a story with a camera, but we're also looking for students who can write a story well and turn that into a film. This is a great example of that. From First Hour, Tyler Wigman, My Shadow and I.
They said it was all an act, that I was just pretending. But I knew something was wrong. They saw the scars that had been left behind after long nights. I don't really go outside anymore, unless it is for school. Most of the time I just stay in my room. Sometimes my dog comes in, otherwise people just leave me alone. I lay in bed and try to force my mind to focus on more positive ideas. I don't have many friends anymore. Most of my time is spent browsing the internet or reading books. I find that stories can be a blissful escape from the horrors around us. I engage myself in the tales and hide from the world around me. Hide from the monsters inside me. My family tries to get through to me. I try, but nothing ever works. I am lost in the desert that is my mind, fearing everything and everyone around me. School is a nightmare. I don't talk to anyone and I sit alone. The loud noises cause me to withdraw inside myself. I fail most classes. What's the point? I like to keep things in the house dark. A lot of the time I only come out of my room if everyone's gone. Just me and my dog. We often sit in silence, contemplating things bigger than us. I know it sounds crazy, but it seems as if she is the only one I can trust. The only one who even understands in the slightest. Today I should try. Break free from the chains that are keeping me inside my hellish prison. I feel free. Finally, after all these months of being trapped, I feel like I can breathe again. I am excited. I start to run away from my prison. I am free, until the night comes and takes hold again.
You're watching Studio J, the best of Jefferson Middle School multimedia from Jefferson Middle School of the Fort Wayne Community Schools.